Hi, it me, and welcome back to World of Horror. So, on today's episode, we're gonna play Kyrie again. We have not done Kyrie justice in like 3 episodes, so we need to do Kyrie justice. Have I ever told you the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, with a roguelite, you can actually kind of do the same thing over and over again because you might just get lucky. This post was made by the Chasing the Dragon gang. Anyways, what do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? We've got, just busting out my Notepad++ here. We got compass, VR, second enemy. We've got Pan's Labyrinth. And we got the Seal of Slaanesh. Now, what we're gonna do today is, we've got the Knapfa Ritual and Mind Drain. Knapfa Ritual is probably the greatest bait. The Knapfa Ritual is the greatest lie that was ever told by anyone ever. So it says when your allies die, a random stat gains +1. That's not true. It is one specific action, which is when you send an ally to fight and they die. That's what this means, okay? It is not if you're paranoid and you kill your follower, that doesn't count. If you ask your, or sorry, no, it's when your ally distracts the enemy and dies in the process. When you send your ally to fight, that doesn't count. When you're paranoid and you kill your follower, that doesn't count. If you sacrifice them to Oteru, that doesn't count. And so Knapfa Ritual, even if it counted for all those instances, it would still be incredibly niche, but you could use it, right? You could do a Knapfa run like once every blue moon. But with how it's implemented currently, it's completely garbage. Like, I think we've tried to use it once, but it didn't work. Because it's broken. It doesn't work, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got, here's what we've got over here. Did we see Moriko already? I was looking over at my notepad, so I didn't see if Moriko popped up on the TV. I apologize. There she is. Alright, let's put on the costume of power. We'll grab some money, and then we'll head out. So, pervert, freaky feature, spine-chilling story. We've gotten spine-chilling story a lot recently. This is the seaweed color palette, by the way, in case you're wondering. So here's what we gotta do, right? We got a couple of school features right here. So, being able to get an empty bottle would actually be really nice. But, we're actually gonna do Forest first. We're gonna do Freaky Feature of Found Footage, because, while it is a bit rough, especially with 5 strength, what's really nice is that, don't mind the clicking of my chair here. It is a slab of metal that is falling apart, but I do appreciate the fact that I can still sit in it. Holes, you know. Now here's where the fun begins. Oh yeah, let's go, dude. We're gonna... Shopping for items takes precious time, you know. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. You know? We're gonna mix it up. We're going to experiment. I think that this should be... This will be interesting. No compass, at least not right now. Yeah, you know, it's just a giant sphinx bleeding, a river of blood, a river in a dry land. But he does not have his last ace. Instead, it is lost. We'll do this. It's kind of awkward. Like, you know, I'm not gonna say that's great, but, you know. What's, so what's the plan here? I think that I think we've been trying too hard to win. That's what I think. So we're gonna... Kyrie's got 7 decks. We found a steak knife. Let's not get fancy. Now this is the kind of fancy that I wanted. So wine bottle. I just explained earlier that since we're going to the school twice, I think an empty bottle would be fantastic. And we just got an empty bottle. We got a one-way ticket to an empty bottle. And since we're probably gonna want to do those mysteries next, I can very much get behind drinking it at the end of this mystery. Although, to get, like, maximum value, I wouldn't mind taking, like, a little bit more reason damage, but it will heal us fully. So, I can't... This is Doom. I didn't need to... The moment I saw the little fluff balls rising in the air, I knew that was Tataru. Knew that was Doom. That was Doom. Let's... Listen. Tataru does Doom damage, right? That's actually pretty great. Like you actually really like to see that. Like, I don't want to get too fancy here, but let's just try this. Unfortunate, okay. So we got burned. We also got torn muscle. I did not see that part. That's my mistake. We need to get out of this mystery as quickly as possible. We cannot do school next. That's a beautiful sprite, by the way. That strikes terror into the hearts of the eldritch monsters that will fight this girl. We will tap into the power. We will correct it and get back to school as soon as we can. But until then, we'll play a little forest mystery. So, I'm not too enthusiastic. So this is our second enemy, which is Kaninko. So I'll write that down. And we don't have to... Kinoko, I should say. It's not Kaninko, it's Kinoko. Kinoko Gatherer. I'm not really... How do I put this? I'm not happy with our current situation. Also, what on earth are these two spells? I never really realized it, but looking at them both together. Mind Drain, 3 damage, 2 reason. Skin Removal, 5 damage, 3 reason. We're on Ath, too, so this is just Doom. Which we're gonna cast this. We're gonna probably cast this twice, honestly. But, yeah, Mind Drain is just objectively worse Skin Removal. That's, this needs, like, an extra bite. Like, maybe 1 reason? Maybe... well, that would make it better, because you could cast it twice and do 6 and 2 and blah, 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 but... Mind Drain needs some sort of... Like, that's just... How is this usable? I mean, it's really not. Man, 38% Doom on the first mystery, that's rough. I don't really want to go more, but -4 to all. Ah. That's probably why. Unfortunately, it's just 1 burn. So, using the bandage there, that just saves us money. That doesn't do anything else. The torn muscle's major, so we can't bandage that. We can only bandage minor wounds and bleeding wounds, I think? This is so bad. Actually, I made a misplay. We should have ran away. Like, we're gonna have to, but... That was a big ol' misplay by your boy. That's a rough one. What is this stuff? Kyrie, you tried it at a wine tasting from your friend who just got back from Africa. Don't be... You already know what it is. But, we have no charisma checks, so we don't have to worry about leadership. Self-therapy is probably the way to go here. We've got Pan's Labyrinth, and, that's about it, so... We do have the light source check, so... We are, you know, we're encouraged to get the heavy-duty flashlight, because it is such a good weapon. But I think the steak knife, assuming you don't have torn muscle, is a fine weapon. We definitely want to take a stat here. If we weren't, 43% Doom scares me. We're gonna get the monument ASAP and fix that, but I think that I'm worried about our strength being so low, and we don't have a good reason to raise it outside of combat. But I think that the only stat check that we have is knowledge, right? So at least that's what I have written down here. So there really is, like, picking a dexterity weapon was actually a terrible idea. But it's the bed that we've made for ourselves, so I guess we have to deal with it for now. So give me this, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do here. Bathtub is very strange, actually. Oh, but we can't do Akamanto, and we certainly cannot do. Well, actually, can we do Akamanto? We do have a lot of health. No. We gotta do rancid ramen. Head down to the doctor's office. We'll take care of it. I've been watching. I mentioned it on the last episode, but I've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad, and just a word that the main character repeats like 50 times in season 1 is, "I'll take care of it. I'll 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 take care of it." Like, how about you freaking take care of it, Walt? And then I don't have to listen to about how much you're gonna take care of it. It's like, Jesus Christ. That's 2 funds. We're definitely gonna sell the painkiller, because we don't, at this point, we don't really need it. Get that torn muscle out of here. Blood loss, who really cares? It's just, admittedly, that is a permanent debuff for the rest of the game that we can't do anything about. Or at least, is it? Does it say until the next... You know, does it say until the next mystery, or... whatever. It's not that big of a deal. We want to keep the empty bottle for as long as possible. I mean, we have above average dexterity, so... You know, let's just get torn muscle and be fine with that. Got holes again, thank gosh it doesn't stack. Hello, doctor, I know you just healed my torn muscle, but please do it again. And then he's like, please just leave. Please just leave, I beg you. It's like, we'll be back. But, we can, I mean, obviously read the letters. The worst thing that can happen is this, admittedly. But I highly doubt we're gonna get to 5 something truly evil checks. Okay, now this is just tragic. This is just a tragedy. Like, that is literally the worst thing that thing could have asked for. It's not good. We're not in a good spot. We're in a really bad spot. And then of course we immediately get into a fight. Like, we go through the entire floor without getting into a fight. Have to sell our weapon because we want to make this bottle work. And now we're getting kissed by I was gonna say Gigolo. I was gonna say Goizo, but then getting kissed by Gigolo. Absolutely disgusting. So we can do... I mean, we can kill him in 4 turns, and we can actually do that. We have the health for it, but I think I'd rather just, from a harm reduction perspective, probably just run. Yeah, probably just run. But we can't go to the thing yet, right? It's a bad idea to leave. You can nail 1 more doll down. Like, I mean, the problem is we just need some sort of money, and so I think this is cursed. But we share information, request more police patrols, go to the hardware store, buy the thing that we should have bought from the beginning. We're passing 2 checks. Please don't. Oh my god. Alright. I mean, you can ask for 3 things, but, you know, you burn the money in the bowl. Thankfully, the outer entity is such an understanding individual that it's like, hey, you know, I get it. You don't have money on you right now. I'll let you go down to the store, the pawn store, to pawn off some stuff. I don't mind. I can wait. But God forbid you try to pull anything else. That outer entity is a... the outer entity will remember that. I guess I'll just say it. We have so much money, but we just don't have any we just can't go to the monument, because we don't have anything that we can sell besides our flashlight, which would be bad. So this is a strange instance of weird things happening. So, I mean, honestly, we'll take the damage. I don't care. We can take 13. I don't want to take 13 damage, but we can take 3 damage for sure. Now we'll brace for this, and then give her a little send, I think. Unfortunate, but get her down to 9, and then what do we do next turn, right? We can do this. I mean, that should be good. And so, hold on. Oh, the kick only does 2. So we have to do this. We have to basically bank on an 85, which we got, but now we have to bank on a 295s, which can be kind of sketchy, and we got through it, but, I mean, I've played World of Horror before. I don't know if you knew this, but we've played XCOM before. World of XCOM, oh no. Winds of Plague may move you. So, you know, like, we're not in a terrible spot. We've still got our shower. That's our shower, which we bathe in for whatever reason. We still got that. We can go to, oh, I want to so badly. Oh, but they're both boss fights, dude. No, they're both boss fights. They're both boss fights, man. Door's stuck, son. Door's stuck. Yeah, this just sucks. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like the idea of going to school scissors, because there's a lot of nasty events in this one, like, or not nasty events, nasty enemies. Bloated teacher, young witch, those sorts of enemies who you don't want to fight them. And so if you can avoid them by getting a jar of blood, then I think that's worth it. Even if you don't exactly want a jar of blood, we are in a situation where we can take it. And a lot of the time, like, here's the thing. The jar of blood is like the ultimate harm reductionist event in the game. Because it prevents you, like, it's a cadaver, alright? But it's a cadaver that's worth your time. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't, but it's like, if I'm gonna be forced to lose health, I want to be able to essentially, hello, happy camper. He's such a happy boy. If I'm going to lose health, I want to get oh no. I guess we'll just do what we did before, which was brace and then pray to God. That's a 90% chance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I get it. I get it. I opened my mouth and, you know, you talk, for lack of a better terminology, you talk shit, you get hit. But, that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Game, you didn't have to do that. I think we've been over this before. In Timeline B, which is what we've been playing, this circle does not matter. This tab up here that has the clap and the bow, this is the first two, these are the first two combinations. Or this is 1 and 2 when it comes to figuring out the ritual. So the clap is the first one, the bow is the second one. This is randomized. It could be a bow, it could be a clap, it could be a bow, clap. But, yeah. So what we care about is this tab up here. If you're on Timeline A, what you care about is this circle down here. Do be careful with the lines, though. That is a... There are some combinations that are head-scratchers, for sure. But, oh, don't mind if I do. Get some money in my back pocket. So look, like, this is... Man... How... We would... First of all, we'd already be at level 3 if we had a compass. But that's we would probably be at level 4 by the time we get to the end of this mystery, if we had a compass, which just goes to show, like, how absolutely incredible it is. Like, we would... Like, not having a compass is such a punishment. I think we gotta just fully attack. Like, just attack as much as possible. Because she... Okay, I get it. I read you loud and clear. Video game, I understand. If you're gonna give them good if you're gonna give the vampire lady good RNG, you're gonna give me some good RNG one of these days, huh? This is cursed. This is highly cursed, but it worked. It worked. It's highly cursed, but it worked. So... I mean, I don't like it, but we're gonna do it. Oh. Oh, you had to do me like that, huh? So, we won't die, okay? We won't die. Because well, actually, I don't know. We've never died at the ritual before. So if this is an opportunity to get a new ending, then I'll see what happens if we get all 3 of these wrong. But as long as you follow this up here, so we'll just make this a clap, and then that's already a bow. As long as you enter these 2 correctly, which, I mean, you always will, because they're in the diary, you can only ever take a maximum of 3 damage. And so, I have never died to this before. I've never been reduced to 0. We're missing an ending on this mystery. So I'm assuming that if all 3 of these things are bows and we die, we're gonna get a new ending. But I'm not gonna purposely throw. I'm just managing your expectations. So allow me to send it here, and let me write down clap, bow, and I'll just keep writing it down. Bow, clap, and then bow. Okay. So, we died, but not because of the ritual. We died because of holes, which is completely fine, because it doesn't really matter that much, because we're fine. We'll just go take a bath here, and then we'll be all good. It'll all be good. We'll just take a bath here, we'll get some stamina there, we'll level up. This has gone horribly wrong from pretty much every possible explanation. We'll take stamina here just because we got folklore studies, so we're gonna get a little bit stronger in combat. Just a little bit, though, as a treat. We're definitely going to lose. I think that not taking the compass... I think this was this video is a good example why the compass is, like, the most important item in the game. Right, we would be at level 4 right now. And what does that mean? That means 10% higher accuracy, 6-4, 4-6, or even 10 knowledge, which, I mean, who knows? Like, whether or not we win is almost entirely up to the random number generation now. And so, unfortunate. That's highly bad. See? What did I tell you? 10. We would have been at 10 knowledge there. We would have passed that check. I mean, it's all hypothetical, but it's important to think about, right? Like it's important to think about because we would be in a much better position to win if we would be in a much better position to win if we had a compass. The fact that we don't basically means that... Alright, the boss does stamina damage, so there is a chance that we can pull through, but we're gonna have to finagle a few things. One of them being that we needed the stamina version of this, so we need to re-roll pain medication. That's 4 funds, we're gonna use it, and we basically just have to hope that we don't get reason cadavered. Up until the whatchamacallit. So something truly evil is getting closer. I think that's a complete non-factor. We need to get... Oh, no. Oh, no, this is horrible. So some of you might be thinking, you have the ghost combination, why don't you use it? It's clap, bow, bow, clap, bow, by the way. The problem is that when you successfully perform the ritual, the ghost does its full damage to you once. So, we would die. And so the only appropriate thing that we can do is run away, but then that hurts our Doom, and we don't have enough health to get that Doom down. So we're definitely going to lose. I want to make that completely... I mean, we don't overwork ourselves here. Like, it's a boss that does stamina damage. So we're just gonna take that. There is a strategy to, like, go into desperation and then heal, but I don't really think it matters that much. We're gonna be bracing for impact every turn, because this is a nightmare boss. We can do this, so almost guarantee. It's a 92% chance. This is a yikes for sure. We're most definitely going to die. But well, we might be able to pull off some sort of victory here. So desperation. Oh boy. So, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we actually... Wait, no, I don't think we'd be able to do it even with 10 knowledge. Because, if I remember correctly, each point takes it down by 3. So we'd be at 150 right now, and that would take, you know, that would be, that wouldn't get us there. That wouldn't be 50. So, unfortunately, I mean, we do... If we get super lucky, then we do make it, though, because that'll be 12, and that's 8, so... yeah, let's try it. We got there, but... Unfortunately, they missed one. Skittering sounds. Oh boy. This is probably gonna be your only run for today, because I think that this video serves as a great example for why the compass is so valuable. Right? Like I think that we would be we'd be at level 5 right now. We'd be at level 6 right now. We'd be at level 5 or 6 right now because of the compass. And I just think that that should go to show, like, there is some serious value from the compass. And it's a shame that we missed out on it. But I want to find some sort of... I want to find another strategy to use, because I really dislike the fact that Harbinger of Doom just seems to be, do you get a compass in, like, your first 20% Doom? Like, that unfortunately just kind of seems to be what it is. Like, we still have a chance of winning, but we would be, like, at level 5 with, like, 50 or 40 EXP by now. And that would put us in a lot better of a position to fight Akamanto, because we just don't have resources. We don't have anything to lean on. And so everything is just entirely up to the random number generation. Theoretically, if we had money, or we had a tree charge, we could... fight Akamanto, or if we had a tree charge, we could do, you know, the thing. Get money or stamina, and heal up before Akamanto. There's no point in taking her home. Like, this is just, like, I'm gonna play, like, we're playing this one out to just kinda show you what it's like to not use the compass, I think. Because this is a lot, I think if we got a compass early on, this would have been a... Not necessarily an easy dub, but... this would have probably been a win, if we had a compass. Like, it's... What would we need to get to win? You help your friend with his flat and get an Eldritch Amulet that gives you plus 10 reason. You get a bunch of money and then can buy pain medication. You get the formaldehyde jar, and then you get plus 5, whatchamacallit, plus 5 stamina from the lump of flesh. That's what you'd need. That's the RNG that we have to basically just guarantee, or not guarantee, but that's the RNG that we would need to win. And so the fact that we're not gonna get that RNG, because it's virtually impossible for all of those things to go right at once, that's rough. That's a rough one. Because it's virtually impossible for all of those things to go right at once, especially now that we have cut artery. That's another 2 funds down the drain. It's, what was I gonna say? It's an interesting one for sure. So, Yeah, like, I'm wondering, like, I think that... I don't know how you would necessarily balance it, but I feel like there should be some sort of way to get resources at a risk to yourself that isn't just curses, right? Like, maybe there should be like a fighting pit where you go to, you fight an enemy, and then you get, like, money, or like what's that thing in the endless mode? That you can choose it when you get to, like, 10 turns. It's like a first aid kit that can heal injuries. Like, you know, give us some sort of risk versus reward that you can actually, like, weigh on. Because with the tree, right? The tree is, like, your life... Like, the tree and the monument are how you win on Harbinger of Doom. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily wrong. Because Harbinger of Doom is an extreme difficulty that not a lot of people would, like, use. But when you're... I don't know, it just feels weird to do, like, interact with the same game mechanics, I guess. Like, I would like... I mean, obviously, a new update is coming out with a new character and custom characters. So we're gonna have plenty of stuff to do in the future, but... You know, I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know, maybe like a fighting pit where you can, like, fight an enemy and get, like, some money, or maybe go into a fighting pit and get some, like, illegal, illicit item, like a packet of cigarettes, or, you know, like a combat knife or something. Just make it, like, a guaranteed drop for, like, a small pool of items that can just, like, spice up a run. And maybe give you, like, it would give you EXP, too, so, but make it a dangerous enemy or something. You know, give people, I guess, more things to do in town, so that there's a more variety of strategy. Like, I guess what I'm thinking of is the, that dang old, whatchamacallit. The, if we missed a 5%, if we got a 5% chance on that, that would be absolutely disgusting, but, like, I don't know, like, okay, so let's go to the police station. Let's what can we buy with 3 funds? Let's find out what we can buy with 3 funds. Enter the pharmacy. We can sell the Curacosa mask, because obviously that's garbage. Get pain medication, but that's still not enough, right? That's still not enough. We would have to get formaldehyde jar on here, which obviously we're immediately dead, so there's not much that we can do there. So I don't know. I think that we put up a pretty good fight, but I'm just thinking, like, what this game needs is, it needs more locations that the player can opt into to give a sense of not necessarily, familiarity is the wrong word, but give a sense of, like, planning, right? Like, I can go to the vending machines and fight the vending machine outside of Valhalla, dodge the taser, and then get, like, a free bottle of, like, soda or something, you know, get a free energy drink. I could tell the music, I could tell the vending machine about my good taste in music to avoid getting tased, and then I'd get a free energy drink or something. You know, give people, like, a fighting pit where they can, you know, go fight for illicit or illegal items, which would be great, by the way, because illicit items are very hard to come by, and when you do get them, you usually just throw them at the enemy. And so getting a more reliable way to have them, you know, like some sort of, like, a legal fight pit, give people more locations in the city and the town, you know, I mean, I guess, like, ultimately my suggestions for the game is just more, but I think that what World of Horror needs, like, 100%, is just more things that the player can opt into to interact with, right? Because if you don't take the meta compass, if you don't take, like, the meta items, then your chances of winning go drastically down. And so I think that what would really benefit this game is if we had some sort of ability to, I guess, just more reliability? I guess, like, maybe make, like, I don't know, like, you already have the occult store, but I'm thinking, like a Buffy, Giles magic shop, you know, when they're all off to college, and then Giles can't be, like, the librarian anymore, so he just opens up an occult store. Like, I'm thinking something like that, where you can go there, you can pick up some, well, I mean, we already have the occult store, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, we need more ways to interact with the game, because I feel like that I've played long enough to sort of interact with most of the game, and I kind of feel like, yeah, you know, like, there are specific instances, like, super specific instances where you'd want to do this or that, but those don't come up very often, and, like, there just needs to be, and I don't envy the developer trying to figure this out, because how do you break the compass's stranglehold, right? Like, the compass is just so ridiculously good. How do you break that stranglehold? Like, how do you give somebody an alternative strategy to the compass and, like, buying the weapon of their choice? Like, how do you give somebody that alternative? Because the only downside to buying a compass is the fact that it might never show up, right? And so I'm thinking, like, who's the most powerful character in the game? That's Moriko. You want to know why? Because she has a freaking shotgun that is one of the best weapons in the game, and her entire perk deck is built around it, right? Well, almost all of her perks are built around it. And so, it would be... The random Moriko thought Outdoorsman should be built into her base kit so that she can't get owned by her own laundry. But secondarily, back on track, Moriko is the most powerful character because she has certainty, and her certainty is strong, right? If you made it easier, and so the problem that I have with the compass is just the fact that it's random whether or not you'll get it within a time frame that'll let you win the game, right? Because if you wanted to, like, try hard, then what you do is you just restart the game over and over again until you get the compass in your first shot. And so, I'm thinking about it, like, what if there was a way to get guaranteed items, right? But how do you balance that? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough challenge. And here's the thing that I think the most important thing to think about is that it probably doesn't really matter at all, right? Because it's like, it's just Harbinger of Doom that has this problem. Like, True Believer is completely fine. Cultist is completely fine. What's it called? It's not Skeptic. Skeptic is very easy. What's easy called? It's Skeptic, Cultist, True Believer, Harbinger of Doom. Initiate? Is that right? Is Initiate easy? I think it's Initiate, yeah. So, like, Skeptic, Initiate, Cultist, True Believer, all perfectly fine. But on Harbinger of Doom, you have such limited resources that if you don't win the game with your first... if you can't get the compass and a weapon and save, like, a tree YOLO and, you know, something, like, you need something. And there's not really a guarantee in Harbinger, right? I mean, in like, Cultist, you could grab a bone saw, and that would be good enough, right? But, I mean, you'd struggle, but you could use a bone saw if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it. I would absolutely recommend a heavy-duty flashlight, because that's infinitely better in almost every way, but I'm getting off topic. I think that Harbinger of Doom is, and maybe this is just me getting in my own head, like, getting stuck up my own rear end, but I feel like Harbinger of Doom is so close to being perfect for what I would want for a difficulty, but I can't quite, like, I think that, I mean, here's my, I'll end it with this, alright? I think that when the game has more options and more opportunities for the player, I think Harbinger of Doom will be perfectly balanced. I really do. Like, when every single frickin' place on the map has things that you can interact with, like, I don't know, go down to the village to visit your parents, like, once a game to get, like, some peace of mind or something, you know, they give you, like, a freaking Christmas present that's a gun. You know, something like that. You know, just, like, when there's more interactability in the game, and it gives the player more options, then even if those options are niche, then it'll still work out perfectly fine. Because you'll have more opportunities to use these niche fields, right? We've been getting into that, police money thing, right? But, you know, I've been rambling for a little bit too long. I do apologize for that. I think I extended this video by 10 minutes. If you're still watching, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope you're all staying safe out there. I'm gonna go play some Dead by Daylight with the boys. And by the boys, I mean a singular. Because, not many of the lads like to play Dead by Daylight. But, you know, thanks for stopping by. Stay safe out there. Hopefully you're already doing that, but, you know, there's your daily World of Horror reminder that, don't let Akamanto corner you in a bathroom stall because he's an asshole. He's gonna ask you what paper you want, and, he's gonna choke slam you into the ground because, you can't see him, and his name is Akamanto.